What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday, traders. Happy New Year, everybody, by the way. What's up, guys? Irv Love Rach, what's up? Peter, what's up? The Mr. Inevitable, I like that name. What's up? Roland, what's up? Jameson, what's up? Mayawa, how's it going? Asha, welcome. Peter, good to see you. Good to see you guys. Yo, this gold trade, though. I'm going to share my screen in just a moment here. What's up, guys? Henry, Paul, Trudy, what's up, guys? Welcome. Lisa, Shining Force, Patrick, what's up, guys? Happy New Year's, everybody. Let me know, guys, in the live chat, or even if you're watching the replay in the comments section. Well, I guess right now for it live, how's the background music with me talking? Is it too loud? Is it good volume? Let me know. Jules, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Tom, my man, how's it going? Jessica, what's up, everybody? Okay, gonna get started in about 60 seconds here. Got a lot of good stuff to go over today. Guys, this is gonna be a first full trading week of the year. Got a lot of good things to talk about today. Yo, guys, do me a favor before we get started. Smash that like button, please. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe. Turn on that bell for notifications. But smash that like button so we can get other traders to see this. YouTube's algorithm only shows my stuff to other people if a lot of people like it. So I appreciate you guys liking it. Thank you so much. What's up, Michael? Good to see you. IUQ 2002, welcome. Happy New Year's, guys. We're going to get started in a couple seconds here. Just letting everybody hop on. Super stoked for this year. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it, Jessica. Just some lo-fi. Found a nice little playlist on Spotify. You know, just some good vibes for everybody. Yo, this week, have you guys seen the calendar for this week? We're going to go over it in a second, but woo-wee! High impact news all week. Happy New Year, T. Welcome. Look at that. Friday, we got some non-farm payrolls. We got that employment report for CAD. We got that Wednesday meeting minutes from the Fed. We'll see it all this week. Appreciate you guys. Jameson, my man, what's up, guys? So many regulars. Lovely seeing some new faces in here, guys. Okay, let's jump into things, guys. Welcome, everybody. It is Sunday, January 3rd, first Sunday of 2021, guys. Feels like 2020 went by really fast, but welcome to my weekly outlooks. If it's your first time joining me, welcome. My name is David Schinkel. I host these weekly outlooks every Sunday that I can. Actually, my goal is to do one of these every single Sunday, no matter where I am in the world in 2021. I mean, by the looks of it, we got the Rona floating by, so probably going to be hanging home for a majority of this year, at least a good portion until, we can travel again. But yeah, so look forward to these weekly outlooks. If you're not already subscribed, do me a favor, take a moment and subscribe for me and press that little bell to turn on some notifications so you know when I'm live. And if you're watching this right now, if you're watching the replay, if you're live, do me a huge favor, smash that like button. Maybe wait until the end if you get a bunch of value from this session today. Smash that like button too. But I've got a lot of content that I'm planning on bringing to you guys this year, okay? I'm hoping to break out from just doing these weekly outlooks. I'd like to maybe do some, live trading sessions with you guys completely free, just here as long as you're subscribed, to do some, London, New York crossover trading sessions. Let me know, guys, if the music gets too distracting. Also, let me know in the chat too. I asked last week if you guys like the music being in the background, and it seems like you guys do, which is pretty cool. So that's a nice new little feature we'll have here on the channel. But yeah, looking forward to dropping some more videos outside of just my weekly outlooks this year. So definitely make sure you are subscribed. But thing I want to talk about a lot, guys. Happy New Year, everybody in the chat. Happy New Year, guys. It's a new year, right? 2020 is gone out the door. We're already 3 days into 2021. It's crazy. I know it's only 3 days in, but I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like time is already flying. So take advantage of it, right? Every single day, right? You have 362 days left in this year, right? You just focus on being 1% better every day, or even 0.5% better every day, right? You're going to be compounding that improvement, compounding that growth. You're going to see this time next year massive improvements, massive growth in your life. So I'm excited to be here with you guys. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about is gold. All right, I've been putting you guys onto gold, right? And if you guys are in my Telegram group, all right, the link is in the description below, completely free, has been free since 2016. All right, we're going on 5 years now of running that Telegram group completely free for you guys. And I've been talking about gold so much. I've only had my focus on even last week's outlook, right? I talked mostly about gold, right? I told you guys, especially because it was the end of the year, the last week of the year, that I didn't really have any interest in foreign exchange pairs, right? In currency pairs. And that's kind of still that's still kind of my vibe right now. Okay, I'm really just liking these gold trades. All right, I'm also getting into a little bit more indices trading, okay? That US 30, that Dow, all right? So we're going to talk a little bit about that. I've been talking about the stock market. We talked about a lot of the fundamental things since we met last. Stimulus checks, right? I believe it was last Wednesday. Stimulus checks here in the US went out. And that's okay. If you are listening to this right now and you are not in the US, right? I know I have a global audience here. You can still make money off of the stimulus checks that are being printed, right? Because it's just a bunch of money. There's specifically for the stimulus checks, there's just shy of about $200 billion, but the entire stimulus package, right? The addition to this package is $2.3 trillion. So a lot of money that the Fed is just throwing through the printer right now. That's creating a strong devaluation on the dollar. Okay, we're seeing a strong drop on the dollar. So I've been talking about it for a couple of weeks since I've restarted these weekly outlooks for you guys, that I am expecting the dollar to continue dropping, right? We heard it from Jerome Powell's mouth, right? The head or the chair of the Federal Reserve. He said that interest rates are not going to go up until at least with current standards and how things are going right now, they aren't going to go up until at least 2023. So that's going to cause a lot of inflation for the US dollar. And that is why I originally got into this buy on gold. Now, there's other portions to it, right? We have the aspect that at the end of each year, and I told you guys about this last week, that at the end of each year we see a lot of companies want to save on taxes, right? Avoid taxation, so they move their US dollars out of, into other countries, into other currencies temporarily, right? So that way they can avoid taxation, and so that creates a weaker dollar also. So I've actually been telling you guys since, I know we've gone through this a few times, but just to recap, right? I went over this last week and the week before last, that usually about the last 10 days of the year, in the first 10 days of the year, we see a nice push on gold, right? And we went back a whole decade. This is about from December 20th to January 10th on each of these. Okay, if you want to go a little bit more in depth, I did that on last week's webinar, or the week before last, I believe. But yeah, that was, there's so many reasons aside. I'm going to actually hide the EMAs here so the chart looks a little bit cleaner. There's so many reasons that we've been buying gold. Okay, and let me know, actually, guys, if you are watching this live, or even if you're watching the replay right now, put like a little fire emoji, the little fire emoji in the comments or the chat if you're watching this live, and let me know if you guys are making money on gold. Okay, if you guys, if this analysis has been helping you guys specifically make money, maybe even if it's not gold, maybe you've been buying silver. Okay, one of the two, they've both been going up, and they're going to continue going up. Okay, let me say it again. I've been saying this for a while, and I'm going to say it again. My long-term targets, oops, did not mean to do that. My long-term targets on gold for this year is 2,300. Okay, I'm looking at gold going to 2,300 this year, minimum. Okay, our all-time highs are about $2,075, and I'm expecting it to keep going up. Okay, so and actually this was a trade that I gave out. I don't think I posted this in the Telegram. Not all of my trades go into the Telegram. This one was saved for my students, but we did enter gold about 1880. Okay, we put a stop loss at 1868. This was last week on the 29th. You can see that the timestamp right up here, December 29th. And this is the last take profit at $2,070. Great risk to reward. I believe this is a little bit better than a 15 risk to reward, or about a little bit less than a 15, somewhere around there, but I know it's at least like a 1 to 15 risk to reward. Okay, so really good. I see a question in the chat. I'll answer that in just a moment. So really nice risk to reward here. Okay, matter of fact, actually I can put this on here. So now that let the cat out of the bag a little bit, that I have been long since 1880. Okay, it's gonna keep going, guys. Okay, it's gonna keep going. We may see a retest of the 1900 level. Okay, we may see a retest of 1900, but I'm telling you guys, with this stimulus check coming out, with this stimulus money being printed, it's just going to, let me change the song real quick. Put on something that doesn't have any lyrics in it, so it's not too distracting. But I am expecting gold to continue up to 1960. Okay, and remember, this was the November 9th highs. This is the day, if you guys remember, I remember it was a Monday, November 9th. The reason gold dropped was because of the vaccine, right? This was the day that Pfizer announced a 95% or 94% efficient vaccine for the coronavirus. Okay, that caused some downside on gold. We had a bit of a consolidation and then moved to take out the liquidity from back here in July. Okay, had a nice reversal. Could have gone in a little bit sooner, but as you guys can see, I like to keep my stop losses on gold tight. Okay, if I would have entered into a buy on gold, like let me just put this here. Look, you guys see the risk to reward on this trade I took? Even though I bought a little bit higher than I wanted to, my risk to reward is a 15.83. If I was to take that same buy but lower, okay, with the same take profit, okay, but I have my stop loss below the lows of that day, and I go up, you see that risk to reward ratio is only a 6.3 because I have to have such a wide stop loss. So not always, depending on how you set up your trade with your risk to reward, you can find a better risk to reward trade even if you buy a little bit higher than maybe the lowest price in the market. Okay, so this trade carries a 15.83. Now I know the big question a lot of you guys have, if you didn't get in when I've been screaming it to you guys in the Telegram. I've been saying buy gold, gold's gonna go up, gold's gonna go up. If you guys somehow missed all those warnings, maybe you're brand new to following me and you want a re-entry on gold, it's as simple as this, guys. Okay, the 1 hour, the 2 hour, the 4 hour, okay, one of these like medium time frames, I would call it. Wait for, it doesn't have to be a retest, like gold doesn't necessarily have to drop to 1900, but some sort of, I'm going to say the word, here it is, bullish continuation pattern. Okay, so I would wait for either a bull flag or a retest and then like a morning star created, right? You guys should all know a morning star, it's that triple candlestick pattern, right? So either a morning star created somewhere in this zone, okay, somewhere between where it's at now, 1910 and 1900. But I am strongly bullish on gold, okay? I am only interested in buying gold at the moment, okay? I'm only interested in shorting the dollar. Jameson, you asked, so do you hold any physical precious metals or just on Forex? Jameson, I personally only trade, I mean, I have, you know, a little, like some jewelry, like a necklace and stuff that has gold, but I didn't buy the necklace because it has gold in it, right? I bought the necklace because it was a good deal years ago, whatever. But I do not personally buy precious metals, and that's mostly for the fact that it's hard to find. Like you see, so let's take this example. Okay, gold right now is at 1910.45. So it's you know, 1 troy ounce of gold, which is a little bit more than 31 grams of gold, is going to cost $1,910. If you are lucky enough, you know, or you know somebody that can sell you actual bullion, actual physical gold, chances are it's going to be marked up pretty significantly. Okay, I can almost guarantee that unless like you have some serious connections or you're buying a lot of gold at once, even then it wouldn't make sense for someone selling gold to sell it at the spot price, right? They have to make their money somewhere, and that's in a marked up because they bought their gold, you know, as close as they could to 1910. But that's the main reason, is because you aren't going to find gold at the same price. The spread, the markup on that buying physical gold is going to be very high. If you're lucky enough to not have a high spread, then yeah, you know, buying physical gold is always a great option. You have somewhere safe and secure to store that. But one advantage, and I think I talked about this last week, one advantage about buying gold through a broker is the fact that we have leverage, right? We have leverage. So, you know, if let's say you buy 1 ounce of gold right now at 1910, well, for you to make a 100% return on your money, you're gonna have to wait for gold to double in price, right? So it makes more sense, at least at least to me, to buy gold, you know, CFDs, a contract for a difference, on leverage, with leverage, so that way I can really capitalize on my position on gold. Okay. Jessica, you said I buy actual gold and hold it and trade gold and make profits. Hey, if you can do both, that's amazing. That's definitely awesome. So yeah, and if you are holding physical gold, just hold on to it, right? Hold on to it. It's going to keep going. I never like to use the word guarantee, but you know, last year, you guys have all seen it in the Telegram. I've reposted it a couple times, that when gold was consolidating around this level, okay, this is before we ever broke 1600. Okay, we were at 1553, and before that, we were in a 3-year range, around 1150 to 1350. I had said that in 2020 we were going to break 2000, and we didn't break it by much, but we did break 2000 this past year. Okay, so that analysis was good. I have a pretty decent sentiment, right? A good win rate on sentiment when it comes to gold, especially with everything going on in the market, right? We have kind of talked about this briefly last week, but you guys know that there's like a national eviction, like non-eviction law right now, and it's really bad in some states like California, right? There's some renters that you only have to pay 25% of your current rent right now. But and that's if you're a renter. But if you own the property, if you are the owner of that property, you still have to pay your tax, and you still have to pay your full mortgage on that. There's no break on that. The banks still want their money. So we have a lot of homeowners that I believe that in this upcoming year are going to be filing for are going to be filing for foreclosures, and there's going to be a big dump in the housing market, and So I think this is just going to be even more reason to buy things with intrinsic value like gold and silver. Okay. Let's see. Jay, you said previous week was very hard to hold gold long entry. Gold is very weak contrary to Euro USD or dollar index at all. Well, that's why, we do two things. We have a good risk to reward, and then we also use good risk management. Okay, so that way it's not that hard to hold. And in my opinion, like if we look at the dollar index, maybe the beginning of the week was a bit consolidative for the dollar, but we can see Thursday and Friday picked up a lot of bearish momentum. Okay, we did close off, or actually that was Wednesday and Thursday. We did close off a little bit bullish on the dollar, but overall, we're gonna have to see how this week plays out, of course. But overall, a lot of my analysis is coming from a fundamental level. Okay, remember the fundamental, ignoring the charts completely. We have to look at over $2 trillion, guys. That's 2,000 billion, right? $2,000 billion, right? 2 million or $200,000 million. Okay, that's being printed. So a lot of money that's just coming out from thin air. Remember, our dollar or any dollar, any fiat currency does not have intrinsic value. It's printed it's literally printed on a machine that our central bank or whatever central bank wherever you live tells you how much it's worth. So if they need more money to stimulate the economy, like as we've seen this year multiple times, back in April, they printed over $2 trillion, now another $2 trillion. Right, a lot of money. Last time I checked, the actual net debt of the U.S. is something like a little bit over $110 trillion right now. So we're debt to ourselves. Okay, so it's not a good situation for the dollar. And then you look at the technical level too. Look, this is also something interesting too that we didn't have last week. Last week we were in December still, so the monthly candle had not closed. Look at this monthly candle close on the dollar. Look how bearish this closes on the dollar, right? We may have a little retracement. Actually, you look at last month, look at that. We had no correction. From December 1st all the way to the close, no correction of November's drop, right? We may see the same thing, but it's not uncommon to see a little bit of a correction before we drop. In fact, I actually like to see a bit of a correction before we drop. That gives us a stronger push to the downside. Okay, so I am definitely bearish as of right now in short term, medium term, next couple of weeks, bare minimum bearish on the dollar. Okay, unless something crazy comes out that changes everything, my tone is definitely quite dovish on the dollar right now. Okay, Matthew said, how come I can't find XAU USD on MT4 mobile using Oanda? Well, Matthew, that is because Oanda does not allow you to trade metals, unfortunately. You would have to be using a different broker. Trusman, what gold CFDs do you recommend? Well, gold is a CFD. I mean, trading anything that we trade on Forex is going to be a CFD, a contract for a difference. Like when you buy, let's say like Euro USD, for example, when you buy Euro USD, you aren't actually, buying physical euros and selling physical US dollars. You're making a contract with the broker, and that contract goes through to a liquidity provider. So after the trade is finished, if it's a buy or a loss, then that physical transaction of the assets takes place on the liquidity provider's side. Okay. Jameson, he said, seriously, dang, I thought there was a forbearance for that. I'm talking about a few things. What were you referring to, Jameson? Guys, also, remember, I've talked about this a couple of times. Look at this on Euro USD, right? Look at this big move on Euro USD. I'm gonna repaint it for one more time. This is pure technical analysis, and it's a little bit beyond. It's a little bit. Maybe some people may not agree with me on this because it's kind of, like just drawing on the charts. It doesn't have a whole lot of bearings, so people could say the justification isn't there. But what I'm seeing is from a technical level, right? We have the May highs of 2011. We had a push down, and then we had this correction, okay? And then we had another push down, and this was to the 2012 lows. and then we had a push up, and we just corrected sideways, right? We corrected sideways in a small channel, and we had a big drop. Okay, bear with me, guys. I'm going over what this is. Okay, so remember, a drop, correction, another drop, then a bit of a correction, and then just consolidation from October 2012 or around then, Q4 2012, all the way to May of 2014. Okay, so almost a 2-year consolidation, and then a big drop. Okay, and this lasted 4 years, from May of 2011 all the way to the lows of 2015. Now, if we were to draw this exact same move, but just it as a mirrored image, okay, we would have a big push up. Oh, let me actually make that look a little nicer. Okay, bear with me, guys. I know some of you guys are like, what's this guy? Where's he going with this? I'm going to show you guys. So we have a push up, right? Push up. And then we'd have a little bit of a correction. Okay, and then another push up. And then we have a drop. Okay, and then that drop just kind of consolidates for a while. Right? And then we have a big push up. Okay, sorry, that's a terrible straight line. Okay, but if we were to overlay this over Euro USD, okay, you guys see that? Look, in February of 2017, the lows of 2017, where we had that consolidation from 2015 to 2017, big push up, little correction, another push higher, and that's the 2018 highs, and then we drop, and then from May of 2018 to April of 2020, almost 2 years of consolidation, right? Not necessarily straight sideways consolidation, but it's definitely not a very trending environment. And then we have a break. Okay, so I believe that Euro USD is going to have this big move to the upside this year to correct. Basically, what we're ultimately doing is correcting the this move. Let me get my drawing tool out. This move. We're going back to this high right here. Okay, so I believe that on Euro USD, this area 125, 126 is easily going to get broken. Okay, and as this pushes, that means, you know, the dollar is going to be getting weaker also. Okay, the dollar index has a very strong negative correlation to Euro USD. That's because the euro makes up about 57% of the weight on that index. So it has to inherently do the opposite. Okay, so this is what we're getting at. I also posted this in my Telegram. If you guys are not in my free Telegram, definitely check out the link below. I've been running it since 2016, so we're going on 5 years. I believe this May or this June, I'd have to check the exact date. I'd have to scroll all the way back up, but I'll do that, and we'll see. It's been almost 5 years that I've been running that completely free Telegram for you guys. So, and obviously I don't post every trade in there, everything. You know, there's some things I save for my students, but you know, I do like to help out where I can with you guys. So I'll post, you know, definitely be posting more in there. But Euro USD has been a pretty clean move to the upside, and it's going to continue trending higher. Okay, gold should be moving up higher also. Okay, I'll let you guys know personally, my stop loss is just staying at break even for right now. If and when we see some structure around this area, some sort of bullish continuation pattern around, you know, between 1910, the highs right now, and 1900, I will probably move my stop loss up a little bit below that structure as we continue moving higher. Okay, some pairs, USD CAD, guys. USD CAD, I'm expecting some more downside on USD CAD. Look at that weekly. Look at last week. Strong bearish momentum on this pair. Okay, so I'm really just, I hope it's clear for you guys. I'm just looking for dollar sells, USD sells. Okay, anything to sell the US dollar. It's worked out really nicely. Okay, we can see where inflation started to really rise in March and April, right after the Fed raised their interest rates, and we've seen nothing but a big downtrend on the dollar. Okay, you can see it very clearly on the dollar index too. Okay, guys. So this is it. Got a couple more things I want to look at, and then we're going to end off today. Let's actually, I know I didn't even get into my normal groove, guys. I usually start off with the economic calendar. So kind of going out of the norm, but let's look at the calendar very quickly. Big week. Okay, after 2 weeks of nothing, right? This was last week, and this was the week before last. Okay, really no high impact news for the last 2 weeks, and this week it's like bam, we got a whole bunch on the plate. I'm actually going to take off the medium impact for right now. Okay, just so we can see strictly high impact. Okay, so high impact. We do have some OPEC meetings on Monday, so let's watch for oil. Okay, let's see what happens on oil. I'm still bullish on oil. Okay, commodities, I am bullish on gold, oil, all of this stuff. I'm bullish on right now. Wednesday, we do have a Fed meeting minutes. Okay, this is going to be the minutes that's released from the most recent Fed meeting. I believe that was on, was it December 16th? Yep, December 16th is when we had the last Fed meeting of the year. Okay, and so now we're going to have the meeting minutes that are going to be being released at 2 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. Okay, we have also got Governor Bailey from the Bank of England speaking. You know, Brexit, it's been a interesting time for Brexit. Okay, we did see Brexit technically finalize. Okay, we have seen Great Britain leave the European Union. So interesting spot for the pound. I really haven't traded the pound a whole lot this entire past year just because of everything going on with Brexit. I think there are a lot better value trades than, you know, getting into something very high volatile as volatile as the pound. But yeah, I've mostly been focused on the dollar this past year. Okay, so FOMC meeting minutes on Wednesday, and then of course we have our infamous non-farm payrolls on Friday. Okay, NFP 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. For all you day traders and scalpers, those of you guys that like to get in and out of the market real quick, this will be a great opportunity. Okay, Friday morning, we'll see how it prints. I think this could potentially be good for the dollar, considering we're coming out of a holiday season, right? We see a lot of companies that have this seasonal employment. So I would expect unemployment rates to probably be low. Now, we can see the forecast. Forecast is actually that it went up. The forecast is we're going from 6.7, where we're currently right now, up to 6.8. We'll have to see how it prints. It actually is supposed to be bad for the dollar. So I'll be honest, I kind of would like it to be bad for the dollar because I'm bullish on gold right now. I would like, you know, anything that comes out good for the dollar is going to send gold down a little bit. But that's all short term. It's all relative. Even if it does come out good for the dollar, I'm still long on gold. Okay, it's not like non-farm payrolls, you know, can overcome inflation or $2 trillion getting printed. That's a very short-term move for Friday. Okay, but have your eyes on that. If you want to trade the Canadian dollar on Friday also, there's an employment report also Friday morning. Okay, so this is what we've got for the week, guys. Okay, shorting the dollar. Couple things on the in terms of the news. I will really quickly talk about Bitcoin because, guys, oh my goodness, Bitcoin has just been ripping. Okay, actually, from last time when we met, what was last week, the start of last week? That must have been 7 days ago from today. So that would have been put us at the 27th. Let me check my calendar very quickly. Yeah, the 27th. Okay, so the 27th. So if we look at Bitcoin, where we were last week, guys, on last week's webinar, and I've been telling you guys, just buy Bitcoin, just buy and hold Bitcoin. It's going to keep going through the roof. I'm telling you guys again, okay, it's not necessarily too high for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to go up to over 100K, in my opinion. This is my opinion, right? Remember, everything on here is my opinion, just for educational and informational purposes only, not financial or investment advice. Okay, but if we look at where we were at 26K. So from 26K up until now, we've seen almost a 25% increase in the price of Bitcoin. Okay, so I am expecting Bitcoin to continue moving higher. Short term, we are seeing a bit of a drop. Like this current hour right now, we're seeing a bit of a drop on Bitcoin. If we look at the volume profile, we are dropping below a pretty significant level of volume, around 32,600. So I'm more of just a long-term investor of Bitcoin. Okay, I'm more of a long-term investor of Bitcoin. I would like to be buying Bitcoin anytime it drops. So in these corrections, I think Bitcoin is great for buys. Okay, now to be fair, we have not seen a very strong. The last time we saw a strong correction in Bitcoin was November. Okay, a little bit of a correction on the 21st of December, but a fairly significant drop on November 26th. So, and we did actually see 36 minutes ago the new candle open up on Bitcoin in the previous daily candle close. So we may see a bit of a correction, but overall, if we look at the weekly, we look at the monthly, look at this monthly candle, guys. Look at this monthly candle. Like, Bitcoin is going to the moon long term. Okay, I'm telling you guys, Bitcoin is going to the moon. What do I think about Ethereum, Roland? Well, Ethereum just broke $1,000. Just broke $1,000 for the first time since 2017. Just about like 30 minutes ago. I'm bullish on Ethereum too. We have Ethereum 2.0 rolling out. I talked about this last week, that right now currently we're sitting with Ethereum, just normal Ethereum, right? And now we have Ethereum 2.0, which isn't different, right? If you hold Ethereum right now, it's your current Ethereum is just going to basically be turned into Ethereum 2.0. Okay, but if you look at how Bitcoin is created, right now, Bitcoin is based on proof of work. I'm sorry, well, Bitcoin also, but Ethereum also. They're both based on proof of work. And maybe I'll talk about it a little bit more in a future webinar, but we're moving to Ethereum 2.0 uses proof of stake, which has its pros and its cons, but it also means faster transactions, and it already has fast transactions as it is. Ripple, I also do want to give my 2 cents on Ripple. I think there is a chance, guys, that Ripple can win their lawsuit. Okay, Ripple is obviously is devalued quite a bit. We went from the highs around 70 cents the past couple of weeks. Now we're below 30 cents. We're sitting at 22 cents. Ultimately, it's going to come down to the lawsuit with the SEC and what their final ruling is. If they decide, I know, and I'm not here to argue with anybody. I personally don't believe Ripple is a security. I don't think it is a security, but the SEC, they want their money, and they want they have their hands in everything. If they decide that it is a security, then this would not be a good situation for Ripple. Okay. Any thoughts on Neo, Lisa? I personally don't trade Neo USD. Yeah, I don't trade Neo USD. My focus is the top three: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple. Okay, Ethereum has had a nice move though. Just today went from $775. That's such a big move in 48 hours. A 25% move in 24 hours. The same move that Bitcoin has moved in the past week, Ethereum just did in one day. So very, very crazy move. Okay, very nice move. Okay. So that's what I've got, guys. That's crypto, that's Bitcoin, that's Ethereum. Okay, I'm telling you guys, buy Bitcoin and hold it. Bitcoin is not going anywhere. Cryptocurrency is not going anywhere. At least Bitcoin specifically, not going anywhere. Okay, Ripple, companies like that where it's a company, okay, that owns this currency and they're getting sued, right? Things like that can be a little scary. The nice thing about Bitcoin is there's no company, right? The people own Bitcoin. When you mine Bitcoin, when these computers are solving algorithms, they are rewarded a Bitcoin. And the thing is, Bitcoin, the demand of Bitcoin is so high, the supply is so low. Currently, there's only 900 Bitcoin that get created every single day. Okay, in a 24-hour period, there's 900 Bitcoin that gets created. That's half from just the halving this year, right? We had a halving back in, I think it was May of this year, right? I know it was this year. I think it was either in May or April. I don't remember the exact date. I think it was late May, middle of May. We had the halving in Bitcoin, right? Before the halving, there's 1,800 Bitcoin, 1.8K Bitcoin that was distributed each day. Now there's 900. In the year 2024, there's going to be another halving, and then there's only going to be 450 Bitcoin each day. But the thing is over these next 4 years, the demand is going to grow even higher than what it is now. Okay, I think I said this fact last week to you guys, that and if I didn't, here it is again, or here it is for the first time, that Cambridge University, they did a study, and in the year 2016 there was only 5 million crypto accounts. In the year 2020 there are now 100 million crypto accounts. Okay, so a massive 1,000% increase in crypto accounts in 4 years. Okay, imagine the next 4 years. Okay, Bitcoin is not going anywhere, guys. I'm telling you guys that right now. Blockchain, the blockchain technology, the case use of blockchain is not going anywhere, specifically crypto. Okay. Let me see, Jessica. You said where do you see Bitcoin going in the next day or two? I don't really know the next day or two. I mean, I think it could keep pumping. I'm not. My investment horizon on Bitcoin is not day. My Bitcoin investment horizon is next year. 5 years, 10 years, that type of thing. But I mean, I would here's if you want to know my honest opinion, like for short term, is I would be watching January 3rd's lows. Okay, so our lows are about 32,000. Okay, you can see 32,000. 32,008 is actually the low of yesterday. If we break that low, if we break 32,000, then we're probably going to see a sell-off on Bitcoin. If we stay above yesterday's low, then we're probably going to continue this rally on Bitcoin. Okay, a lot of institutional money. Also, keep in mind this little element, guys, that all this stimulus money that's being printed right now, I know a lot of it is going into cryptocurrency. Okay, so that would explain, one of the variables of this push right now is that we're seeing a lot of the stimulus check money, these stimulus checks going into Bitcoin. Okay. Jameson, you said CME gaps need filled on Bitcoin. I could see it. I could see it happening, right? I mean, we at the same time though, this CME, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, is going to be just one futures exchange. Okay, so there's a lot of volume coming in from other places also. That's just my opinion. But I do see where you're coming. We do need gaps to be filled. Okay. So this is where we're at, guys. Gold, bullish. Remember, if you guys are hopping on right now, bullish on gold, buying gold. That doesn't necessarily mean, run to your MetaTrader 4 right now and smash the buy on gold. Let's wait. We saw a gap. Some of you guys as brokers, you may see a strong gap on gold right now, right? You might see a gap. This is the Oanda feed, so they don't really show gaps on here. Okay, but gold did gap up higher. Maybe wait for gold to consolidate a little bit. Remember, it's Sunday, guys. Markets just opened almost 3 hours ago. Okay, gold market actually opened less than 2 hours ago. So, no need to just jump into a trade just to jump into a trade. Patience, guys. Patience is super key in this industry. Okay. Jameson, you said FOMO is huge though, so it's 50-50 right now. Volume is big also. Yeah, volume is big. There is a lot of volume on Bitcoin right now. I think actually if we look at coin market cap, I want to look at the market cap on Bitcoin. We're at $600 billion is the market cap on Bitcoin right now, which is crazy. $600 billion market cap on Bitcoin. In the total market cap, and look at this, guys. You see this? The entire market cap of cryptocurrency as a whole is 870 billion. Okay? That's really crazy. Okay? We're seeing Bitcoin make up, 70% of more than 70% of the entire market cap's volume. So, yeah, volume is very, very, very high. Okay, volume is climbing. With a 24-hour volume, 68 billion, 82 billion in the past 24 hours. Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot of volume added. Not millions, guys. This is billions with a B. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? If you guys are live, you have the advantage of having me live right now. You can ask me literally any questions, guys, unfiltered. Whatever questions you have, anything related to trading, whatever you have a question of, I'd love to offer some insight, some perspective, some answers, some clarity, whatever you guys have a question of. Even if you're watching this live right now or not watching this live, if you have a question, throw it in the comments. It says play some NWA and Jay-Z. No. Not trying to get that YouTube algorithm to copyright strike me. Brainflow. Any altcoins that you like? I mean, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit partial to Tron just because Tron made me so much money in 27-18, but I also got to be logical at the same time, right? Tron has seen a lot of bad PR since that big push from 3 cents to 30 cents. Not a lot of altcoins that I am big on. You know, we see like Elon Musk and other celebrities pumping Bitcoin or Dogecoin right now. You know, that's a meme coin. So I would prefer to just keep things in Bitcoin right now. Okay, Bitcoin is good holdings. Jay, good question. Will you hedge your golds on the major resistances or bearish formations? I may, but personally, I would probably add on to longs on a bearish push down. You know, I'm not super interested necessarily in catching every buy and sell. You know, if I was, I might do that. I might sell. You know, I might hedge my buys. But personally, I'd like to buy more when gold drops. Okay. Now we see some crazy move where gold, you know, corrects all the way. I want to throw this out there, guys, because I think it's important. One of the things that I learned, and it took me, I'm going to be quite honest with you guys, it wasn't until just the past 2 years or so that I really learned the idea of not marrying a trade. Okay, sometimes we want to be so in love with this trade, right? Because, you know, we take this trade, it has a good risk to reward, a 15 risk to reward. We're in so much profit right now, you know, floating in so much profit because our risk was very low. Our risk to reward is very high, right? We have a very high risk to reward ratio. So we're up quite a bit of money on this trade right now. But I don't want to get so hell bent on being like, oh, this trade has to go up. It's going up. I know it's going to go up, but there is I know it's going to go up this year. You know, it is possible though. You know, that gold like drops down again before moving up higher. You know, that's always possible. So if I can offer some perspective, guys, something that took me a long time to master. And I'm still, and I say that very humbly, I'm not even I still have to work on this, so I don't even want to use the word master, but to understand, I guess would be a better word, is to not marry a specific bias, okay? Now, one bias I will marry with is buying Bitcoin, okay? There's really nothing that could shake me out of buying Bitcoin and continuing to buy Bitcoin, okay? The case use of it, the blockchain, the fact that there's such a high demand and such a low supply, this is going to push, you know, Bitcoin is a completely different animal than the currency or the commodities market, okay? Do I think Dogecoin will ever hit $1? What I think it hit like 1 cent today or something like that, or maybe it was 10 cents. I don't know. I wouldn't really like gamble with these types of coins, to be honest. Okay, Band. I know I've heard about Band, BCH, DOT. I don't know why I don't know what DOT is right now, but I know I know what it is. I just don't remember what it is. ADA, Link. Yeah, there are some good altcoins. There's some decent stable coins also that you can stake. I know this is something. I know that this is something that's become more popular, is staking your coins. So something I'm going to look into more. But I've had a lot on my plate recently, and I've just been focusing on you know, things like the bigger coins, Bitcoin, specifically this gold trade. I've been waiting to get into this gold trade. I got into it late, actually. If you guys remember on these outlooks, right, I was showing you guys December 20th. So, you know, December 20th I actually technically bought at a better time than if I bought on December 21st, depending on where I would have bought at. But yeah, I'm bullish on gold for sure. Also, let me just talk about the stock market very quickly, guys. I mean, as long as inflation rises and the dollar continues to drop, I'm bullish on the stock market. Okay, I'm expecting, and when I say the stock market, I mean these indices. Okay, so the Dow, the Nasdaq Composite, and the S&P. Okay, I'm expecting these to continue moving higher and higher into this new year. Okay, I mean, we're in the new year already, but into, you know, as we get a little bit more into quarter one and into quarter two, I believe that the indices are going to continue to flourish. Okay, this is something. Jameson, you said the lifetime members are in Discord, right? And the free Telegram is free chat is Telegram. That's absolutely right. I would like to open up a section of the Discord to free members. You know, some sort of place for you guys to all talk a little bit more freely. You know, I deleted the Telegram chat room. Just Telegram I didn't feel like was the best platform. It's a little bit unorganized in Telegram, but something that is in the works that I do plan on implementing some point in 2021. Okay. But yeah, you guys, my students, you guys are always getting the creme de la creme. You guys getting the best of the best. So, and then I sprinkle what I can in Telegram for you guys. But I want to see everybody win. I want to see you guys make a lot of money this year. Okay, I think everybody should be making some nice money on gold already. I mean, Bitcoin is a great one to just buy and hold. You can make a lot of money on that. Okay, so that's what I've got for today, guys. I think I'll go ahead and end it there. But again, selling the dollar, right? Looking for dollar shorts, looking for dollar weakness right now. Okay, so with that, guys, I appreciate your guys' time. Thank you so much. If you haven't already done so, please do me a favor. Please smash that like button. Okay, if you've gotten this far, if you found some value from today's webinar, please do me a favor and smash that like button. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm, getting this information out to more people just like yourself, so that way we can spread this value out. Do make sure you're subscribed if you're not already subscribed. I believe I have if you want to follow me, I have my Instagram bio. I actually have a very funny Instagram reel that I plan on posting tomorrow morning. So I think you guys will get a good kick out of that. Something funny, just makes me laugh every time I keep watching it. So I'm going to be posting that. Also have my free trading group in the link below, free Telegram group. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Have a safe trading week, guys, and I'll see you guys.